Internal Affairs made an arrest of a retired police officer, Terry Johns, for workers' comp fraud while on the DROP program. Officer Johns defrauded the city of Los Angeles out of over $200,000 and is being held on $160,000 bail.
The DROP program Chief Beck is referring to pays veteran cops and firefighters their salary and pension simultaneously for up to 5 years. Terry Johns joined DROP in July of 2014. The next month, he filed a workers' compensation claim for a bad back. Then, according to the city payroll data, he took a long injury leave, collecting nearly $250,000 in pension and salary for the time off.
Compton's Mayor, Democrat Asia Brown, says she is running for Congress.
I have given my all to serve my community, and now I've answered the call to serve the 44th District as our next congressional representative.
Brown's big announcement yesterday was greeted by cheers, as you just heard. The 44th District covers Compton, Watts, San Pedro, and North Long Beach. In 2013, Brown became the youngest mayor of Compton. She was just 31 years old at the time. Under her leadership, the mayor says homicides have dropped and home prices have risen, bringing more business to the area. Brown will face actress turned pundit Stacey Dash, who is running as a Republican in her congressional bid. Dash is best known, as you know, for her role in Clueless. She is also a big supporter of the president. They're both challenging incumbent Democrat Nanette Diaz-Barragán. The top two vote-getters on June 5th, regardless of party, will advance to the November general election.
That's going to be
Back in the day, that's your guy right there. Do you think somebody like that from Santa Ana, California, can sit there and talk to someone like that? Being from Orange County, being from the middle of Orange County, where the real niggas come from, or real Mexicans.
All right, we back. Trying to show y'all the deal. See the the rundown is my man President Donald Trump is coming to town next week. See. And they we getting ready, getting ready somewhat, some way. I mean, you have to understand, when you was a kid, what I'm saying, you got in trouble, and your mama, she told your daddy, so now you gotta wait for your daddy to get home, So, daddy, he already told you, where he went, so like he gave you all these times, so this is the ass whooping time. So he started giving you these well, not, I don't know about you, but I'm going to speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? But he prepares you for war, nigga. He prepares you for war. Okay, you have to understand. I had a father that went over to Vietnam in '67. Did his thing at 17, 17, went in at 17. And, so he's over there, doing his thing, and he's trying to survive, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's doing his job because, no one gives nobody no fight combat medals for nothing. You don't just get that, Without a scratch or with the scratch, it don't matter. You don't get no 5 combat medals, just to be getting them. Okay, no one's gonna give you this. Kid. I was in the military, you know what I'm saying? So I know what those guys be getting, you know what I'm saying? And I was in the Army. So I was on that side where he was Marines. So, you know what I'm saying? We got the paperwork part of it. He was just, doing. Marines just, they don't think about no medals. They do it because just the Marines itself is a medal itself. That's how they think. That's why they call them jarheads. But anyway, that's in the story. The the point is that he was over there in '67. Got out around around I guess around 70 or 69. And I was born in 1970. I was born in 1970, so if he's bringing me up, he didn't go to no VA classes, no therapy classes. He went straight to work, working for the California Gas Company. You know what I'm saying? Because my mother got arrested for shoplifting at Kmart, pregnant with me. He went back home to Ohio. I think after the military, he went back home. He came back. He came back for my mom. You know, and for whatever reason, you know. So when she gave birth to me, May 19th, 1970, they got together and had 5 more kids, raised me up in where he was stationed at, where she lived at, with her sister going to beauty school and stuff in San Ana. But she made me in Compton, you know what I'm saying? So you have to understand, she came from Compton, where she was living since she was 8 years old. Before that, she was in LA, so she was born in LA, and raised in LA, then Compton, then moved to Orange County, where she had me at. And so he had to bring me up the way of just somebody brings up a child to survive in what he knows, because he knows that I got 4 sisters and one brother under me. At this time, I only had 2 sisters, but the point is, I gotta know how to survive, and he only give me what he know, and what he know, believe me, is some Vietnam gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying, that he went through. So he gave me that stuff. He gave me those wartime, just living among, and I was good. I was living around Caucasians, white folks, Asians, Mexicans, black. So I was like amazed. I was going through all these personalities and cultures and races, and that's a war. So going through all that, and trying to, him telling me, part of his stories, just forgot. He ain't telling me everything. He still ain't told me everything. He would never tell me everything that went down over there. I thought he was telling me everything. He was telling me things that I didn't know to survive in this game. So I know so that's the way I was raised up until now, even now, So you have to understand that when I came back here to Compton, Long Beach, Carson. Carson was the first. I was looking for Compton. I was 18. I graduated from high school. I wanted to go back to LA and go back to where I'm from. So I got my Thomas guide to find my way to Compton, but I took the wrong freeway. Okay, I didn't jump on the 91. Or I didn't jump on the right freeway. I took the 405 all the way down and got off on Avalon, which is, I thought that was Compton, but it was Carson. I said, well, this is Compton. So Compton was a little bit, a couple miles up the street. But I just went to the mall where I found some bad clothes and stuff, at that Carson Mall. It's called the South Bay Pavilion now, but so I thought it was a Compton because there was black folks there. I mean, these black folks kind of, they look like Orange County folks to me at this time. This is 1988, okay, that I first went there. So I used to go there periodically to go get clothes. They had the kind of clothes that, You know, a nigga could wear. Orange County didn't have clothes like that. We had one store, but it was, it was small. The malls had mostly, clothes for surfers and stuff like that, But I was going to this club called Zap. And Zap was a club that was, that my ex-wife at. And she was she was one of the dancers at the club. But I didn't know that. I didn't know she was on TV. On TV we had specials. They used to do. But I didn't ever watch that stuff, you know. But she probably thought that I knew, but I didn't know nothing about that kind of stuff. Now I saw it later on on video on VHS. And then years later, 20-something years later, my other baby mama, she finds out that she's with one of our Cedar Hall's dance girls, whatever you want to call them. And I got her on you. I found, and she used to tell me this all the time. But I was like, whatever, because I was with somebody's wife. Couldn't find out. I'm on YouTube, and I find it. I find her, and I put it on Facebook. So you have to understand. Life is like a maze. You know what I'm saying? We just fall into stuff that's people orchestrate stuff. Okay. Even though you're in that maze, because you're in the maze, but everything's orchestrated, everything's around you, it's orchestrated around you, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know who you really are. Because you're just going through life from these people that brought you up, you know what I'm saying? My mother, she's from LA, on top of that, so I'm getting both sides of the coin. Both sides of the coin, heads and tails. But, man, I'm telling you, man, it was a trip. I used to sit there. I remember I was like a little boy living on Mohawk, 6 years old. I used to sit in the bed looking at my son and going, what is up with this bullshit? I used to spend every night like that, just thinking. I didn't find myself now doing it. And every time I do that, I go back to when I was a little boy, sitting in that room, in that bed, thinking, what in the hell is going on? That's why a lot of people, they don't fool around with humans. That's why a lot of they when you see somebody with a dog, or animal or a pet, or obsessed with pets and stuff, you have to understand a lot of that stuff because people are just, people that, they have them people that the most violent thing in the world, or the most violent and deadliest things in the world, and they name all these animals and tragic events, and number one thing was humans, because the Most High gave us dominion over everything. Because think about it. What if the Most High said, "Know what? Forget that, y'all. The Most High can wipe you. Most High can wipe you out any way He wants to. This, come on. I don't care how much stuff we got going on. Most High can wipe us out. So we have to think like that. We got to be able to control our emotions. That's why I try to give analogies and just talk in general without putting stuff on you or following. Just using myself as an example. Talk about things. You know what I'm saying? Just say real life events with truthness. Let the Spirit just guide you, particularly because, like I said, people need to find their own spirit, their own soul, and be willing to, but you have to understand, people got to start with these, I'm talking to the kids, and a lot of times I'm talking to grown-ups to maybe help the kids, But the kids are the ones, because those are the ones who are coming up, and you don't want these kids growing up with all this negativity in their life. Because I had no negativity, really negativity as far as doing. I would hear a lot of analogies and stuff forced on me that would freak me out in my mind. It made me feel like I went through it. But I didn't. But I would think I did because I heard it. You know, sometimes when you hear a lot of stuff and you see a lot of stuff, you think that you went through it, but you didn't go through it. You just was exposed and maybe might have seen it. So don't take that as you doing it because you didn't do it. They did it. Your job is not to do it and find another way to give righteousness from it some kind of way. Because it's not about what if you can see it, you can do it. No, if you can see it, you can fix it. That's how it should be. You know, but people used to say a lot of negative stuff to me to get me to do things and get me to, you know, persuade me to go into a direction that they might have went through. Because everybody wants you to do what they did just to cover up their own personal sins. You know, don't fall into that trap. That trap will give you this and give you that, but that trap did also take it away, because you lost your soul. That's why I was like, I'm not, you know, I can't let myself go out like that, you know, because that's not going to help. It's not going to help. It's not going to help not only me, but my loved ones and those among us. Because if you can't help everyone, how can you help your loved ones? Because your loved ones are gonna be exposed to these people. So you gotta go to everyone, not just certain people, not just certain color, not just certain culture, not certain race. You know, you see white supremacies and hear negative stuff like that. These people ain't these people are trying to survive because they're outnumbered. They want to expose that. They're trying to expose the truth. Because if you're a person that's dying out and you're feeling like, okay, so you're gonna do whatever you have to do in desperate manner when you feel the bush. Because you could listen. That's why they separate white supremacy from people who aren't so-called white supremacists. You know what I'm saying? They kind of separate themselves. That's where performance and stuff like that comes in at. So, but you have to understand, people have to let people know that we're here, and show and give fear to not mess with us, you know. So, it's a psychological battle. It's a very psychological, but deep down inside, everybody has their own soul and spirit, you know. That's why I say you could be in a situation, but that situation has to be lawful. It has to be rules and regulations. You can't just be unless you do some underground stuff. And even the underground stuff have rules, because it's not gonna last without rules and laws within it. So if you know what yourself, so you know if you know what you're gonna get yourself into, you don't have to be doing all this stuff. You can always fight whatever you want to fight. But fight don't always have to mean being angry. Fighting could just be using your wisdom for righteousness. Because whenever you go into righteousness and try to do what's right, that's a fight. Don't think that fights is bad. It's all about being against negativity. Because if you have to do all that, it's gonna you know, you're not doing a good job if you're always fighting. Don't assume people are fighting how the reaction is. That's what a lot of people do. They assume because they want to keep order. They want to keep the same thing going. They want a conviction. They want to be convicted to show that we're right and you're wrong. You know, They want you to be, they want you to be a good slave. Either be a good slave, or show me that you could be a good leader. Because because you could be rewarded. You could be rewarded. You could be rewarded for giving in, for showing fear. But nothing's going to change if you don't fight. If you don't think something is right. If you don't think if you think there's righteousness in it. That's why I had to go against the grain on a whole particular item. Sometimes you gotta listen. People are gonna be fake. People are gonna be phony. People are gonna be whatever. Okay. The thing about it is, you gotta know who you are in the meantime, among all this, because you might not be you might not care about all that until it's too late. That's why I react when I see you have to understand your past is your present. Only the Most High knows your future. So you have to be conscious. If you're not conscious, you need to find something to show you how to be conscious. That's why you probably listen to me now, to get conscious. Because I'm telling you, when that heat comes, you're gonna take it or leave it alone. You know. So I took it. I took it many times. So you can't tell me when to leave it alone. Just thing you can't do. I mean, you could try. But you know, time is everything. And assuming is deadly. Especially if you don't want to give in. See, this thing, people don't want to give in. People want to keep on, keep it on as much as they can instead of just letting bygones be bygones and admitting you're wrong, admitting that you wasn't right, and just say, let's just do this. No, but see, people ain't gonna do that. People ain't gonna do that, cause why should they? Why should I wouldn't shit. If I was wrong, man, I wouldn't admit that I was wrong. Why? That's not how the game is played. You don't play the game. They don't teach you that in college. They teach you in college to always be right. Always be right even when you're wrong. They do. You find a way to keep on keeping on until your last breath. That's what they teach you. They teach you how to be. They teach you how to be white, which I was raised in. You know what I'm saying? So I graduated from college at a much earlier age than the average college graduate. You know, that's why I say I'm a college graduate from a long time ago. Majored bootyology and jokes so lady. See, bootyology. When I say bootyology, is no joke. That so ladies, if you need to be waxed on, waxing like the white boys do before they start surfing. Run around in your tidal wave, it won't fall. It'll get real wet. I want more. So come and show. Know what I mean? It's a birthday. No sex fiend. Just ruin the party scene is the thing. I'm not follow like the lead because I'm a spoon. They got this two because I'm all together. See, look at this girl across the room. About to make a move. Two spoon, not two. 15 said I'm sleep. Walked over. Smooth to be walked over, stepped to the side. Say how you doing, man? Same door finds that cool. Let's grow, circle lay back and watch it. Ask me. She thought it was funny and sit right there. About to get silly. She began to groove. I act a fool. Looking at the booty that I wanted to use. Her senior hall got busy. And like Danny, she got classy. She was first and fresh. She killed the rest because in my she was the best. See, the reason that was basically those lyrics right there was probably one of the coldest lyrics of all time. All time. I mean, come on. I mean, You're talking about somebody that didn't experience sexuality with a woman that I experienced sexuality with a man. But I did have a prostate exam. At 9 years old, periodically up until I was about, I don't know, 13, 12, for football. Because I was a very sick kid, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you understand these sports are given to make boys healthy and get them, so only the strong survives. See, they want these men to grow up to be healthy, to be strong. They want you to go through life. We're make these mazes, make these scenarios for you to get through life. So when you become a man, you have something to help the next generation. So we make these war games. It's all war games. That's all it is war games. And some survive and some don't make it, some make it, some don't, you know. But one thing about it is you gotta make it. But how do you make it? But understanding the spirit. Understanding the spirit of the Most High. That's how. And also, we live in a civilized society that we have to orchestrate in a democracy of life. We get to go through things, put things together to make it through. Let's go game.